Welcome to Homebrew Magic, a video series about EDH where we do our best to build unique, fun, or just plain silly deck lists to play against each other, followed by a breakdown of how they did so we can all learn and get better at this game that we love.
Tej wants you done grunting.
Yeah, what if I'm not the boy Tej? I was waiting for the action. Tonight I am bringing back
You are the action.
Korvold, Lethal Glutton.
I don't know what I thought was in those sleeves.
Oh, what'd you think it was in the sleeve?
Shadrax look really black and
Oh,
white.
yeah.
No, Shadrax is a cute little panda dragon.
Oh, that's right. That is the panda
That's the
dragon.
black and white.
Yeah.
This is Korvold, Lethal Glutton, Fatty Flyway, Foods. I played this one.
Enough foods he's gotten.
I played this one not too long ago. I made some pretty big changes to it, which is one reason I want to bring it back. Plus, I'm changing up the way I rotate through my decks, and I want to revisit decks that I haven't played a lot more often. So Korvold's just coming back for another go around. I want to see some more new cards. Chanel, what are you playing?
Well, this was my commander all along. Agatha of the Vile Cauldron. See what I did there?
Yeah.
I've only played this one once before, and it did nothing. So this one, like last game, I picked a deck that did not bring joy, and I started swapping cards. And I think I swapped out 6 or 7.
Nice.
And I feel like 6 or 7 gives me joy. So we'll see how Agatha does. Nelson, what are you doing here?
Probably losing. I'm bringing back Ovika, Enigma Goliath.
Oh, God,
this is my budget fucking Phyrexian Goblin deck.
Right.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
6/6 flying, ward 3, pay 3 life, and whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I create X/1/1. It's the red and blue Tarask. Phyrexian Goblin creature tokens, where X is the mana value of that spell. They gain haste until the end of turn. It's gonna take me a while though. Go, Chris. What you got?
I brought a deck that I haven't updated in probably a half dozen sets. It's Wauki and Obash the Brave User.
Not partners,
nice.
companions.
Companion. And I promise to remember how Companion works this time.
It's okay. No one remembers
Yeah, I
that.
was gonna say,
I
wow,
do get
that's-
to call you out on it every time, which is great.
I just read the words on the card. The
You
errata's not
would-
on the card.
You would think.
So I had the high roll, so I will...
I do love that Wizards came out with a mechanic and then
no
had
one mulliganed it?
I mulliganed once.
Yeah,
Mulligan
Chanel
did
Mulligan
once.
once.
Yeah, they came out with a cool new mechanic, and then they had to fucking
Fix.
ban all of them and then change the
They're
mechanic.
almost all banned
Yeah.
now. It's crazy.
You should be good to go.
I remember reading Lutri and was like, "This is what? It's the drawback to running this."
Yeah.
I'll play a mountain, and I will tap it for a Lava Spur Boots.
That's odd.
Boot Scootin'.
Boot scooting.
Why is that odd?
Oh boy.
God damn it, Chris.
My turn.
Because my deck is on!
Because you have Omash.
Well, there's nothing odd about it. It's a generic mana.
Just like some cowboy boots.
I'm going to play a game trail. I'm going to reveal a
us.
forest. Just so I don't get
If he
accused.
shows us different forest art later, I'll know. That he fucked up.
Then I'll play Ignoble Hierarch.
Oh, that's a solid one.
Yeah.
And then I'll pass.
Untap. Keep, draw, forest, pass to Nelson, quick and easy. Lemon
Cool.
squeezy.
Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. Mountain, go, Chris.
Untap.
So now, either he's going to do 2 things or no things.
I will.
He's giving away free information, Teach. Call him an idiot.
Fucking noob.
I will play a Takenuma Abandoned Mire as my land for the turn. And then I will pass the turn.
Got a real Neon Dynasty theme going on here.
Yeah.
With your land suite.
Draw.
Because he's racist. I wanted Wauki to feel at home.
Land for turn is going to be the
Teach
Shire.
does the same thing. Don't give me shit.
What?
You try to play lands that match your commanders.
I do.
So there you go.
My Obnixilis deck has all Zendikar lands. So yeah, I did it too.
I don't know why I tapped all of them. Let's do that. I'm going to play a Font of Fertility. I can pay 1 and a green and sacrifice to search my library for a basic land and put it on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Pass turn.
Untap.
Seems fertile.
Draw. Don't talk anymore. Agatha of the Violet Cauldron. She is a 1/1. Activated abilities of creatures I control cost X less to activate, where X is her power. It cannot reduce it to less than 1 mana. That is the sentence that made me have to change the entire deck after I built it the first time because I'm dumb. For 6 mana, other creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and haste till the end of the turn. Go Nelson.
All right, untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. I'm going to play an island, and then I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to cast Impact Tremors. Go, Chris.
Fuck. Don't like that. Shadow Blood Ridge will be my land for the turn.
Well, then feed the swarm it.
I'll pay 3 mana. I will cast a Veilstone Amulet and pass the turn.
What's that do?
Whenever you play a spell, creatures you control can't be the targets of spells or abilities your opponents control this turn.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Land for turn will be 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can count.
Yeah, I can do both.
You can count to 4.
Sorry.
There it is.
I spent all my math on the last game. Land for turn is a Grixis Panorama. I can activate my font with these 2 and the Grixis Panorama with just that guy. Search for my library for 2 basic land cards and put them on the battlefield tapped. So that's what I will do. Go you.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Land for the turn will be
All
this
basic. I thought it was
mountain.
2. I was doing the math and
No.
I'm like, 3 mana to put 2 lands on play. That's so good.
Svella Ice Shaper. For 3 mana, I tap her and create a mana rock named Icy Manolith. Or for 8 mana, I look at the top 4 cards in my library and can cast something from them without paying for it. Both costs are reduced by 1! So
She
it's
2/4?
she's a 2/4. Go, Nelson, go.
All right.
I grab the 1 foil swamp I have in this deck, which I don't like that it's foil.
That's free information.
Exactly. That's
That's
why it's on the
the
battlefield now.
Draw. Land for turn will be a Myriad Landscape. I will pay 2. And I will cast Cavalcade of Calamity. Whenever a creature I control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking.
Clavicle of
Cavalcade.
You have to say it 5 times fast or sacrifice the enchantment on your upkeep.
Go, Chris.
Oh boy, I don't like anything going on over there.
Answer it. The call is coming from inside the house.
Another island? Or I mean mountain? They're very different.
What the hell's wrong with
How many
Chris
islands
today?
are in
I
your
have
red and
no
black
idea.
deck?
I'm tired. I'm sorry. Fiery Inscription. The ring tempts me. I don't have a creature. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Fiery Inscription deals 2 damage to each opponent.
Put the ring on your boots.
Fucking toe ring it.
On the boots. Toe ring.
Pass turn.
Untap.
Silly
Draw.
bitches.
Land for turn is a Firelit Thicket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's not gonna do it. But this might. So fuck it. 1.
Nah, you know what? Fuck that instead.
I'm going to take my caution back from the wind.
1.
Which one?
Irrelevant. Stride Hanger
Okay.
Automaton.
Automaton, yes.
Automaton.
The Automocar.
This is from Ether Drift.
Yeah, what
Look at
do-
this guy.
Oh, it's a Thopter one, right?
construct.
Yeah.
Thopters I control get +1/+1. And if 1 or more artifact tokens would be created under my control, those tokens plus an additional Thopter token are created instead. Yes. Upping the token counts in this deck. Why? I don't know. Pass turn. Oh wait, that was all during Chris's turn. We'll pass to Schnell.
Teach is gonna take
okay.
Teach is gonna take his
You just
turn.
forgot to update
Yep.
the timer. Okay.
I thought I had.
Untap, upkeep, blah, blah, blah. I could do that, or I could do that. I can't do both, but I need to advance my board state. So, we're gonna pay 2, activate Svella Ice Shaper, create a colorless snow artifact token named Icy Manolith that taps for a mana of any color. Due to illness, the part of token will be played by Art Guard. Then and next, we will tap the Icy Manolith for a red. Green from the green for a Thorn-Wheeled Archer. It is a 2/1 reach, Death Touch. Just there for defensive purposes. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Nelson.
No reason.
All right, untap, upkeep, and draw for turn.
See, this is the game that I should have brought my Destroy All Artifacts and Enchantments commander.
Land for turn will be a Terramorphic Expanse. I'm gonna pay 2 and crack my landscape, and I'll crap my expanse.
Oh crap!
So I'm gonna
he said
get tree basics and put them onto the battlefield tapped.
2 of which have to share a basic land type.
Correct.
Okay.
1.
You slightly fuzzy.
Probably.
Not anymore. Shaved.
2. Okay. So I got a mountain and 2 islands.
There. That's as good as we can get it. On the budget allowed. You done then?
Yeah, did I say go? Sorry, I thought I
did
did
not say go.
You did.
Sorry, my bad. Go ahead, Chris.
I was curious if you were doing that thing T-Joy does where it's I'm gonna technically resolve multiple abilities simultaneously, but I won't hold the game up.
That was my plan. I thought I said it out loud. I just thought it in my noggin.
That's how they get you. Lack of telepathy.
Teleptitude.
Speaking of telepathy, I love that card.
It's not bad.
No, it's not.
I will pay 3 mana. I will cast Sedgemoor Witch.
I like that card too.
3/2 Menace with Ward of pay 3 life.
How veiny is it?
Very.
Nice.
Whenever you cast a, it's like a Snickers bar. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, I get a 1/1 pest that when it dies, I gain a life.
Fucking pesty. Zesty. I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't want to have to.
Are you done?
I am done, Pester.
All right. End of your turn. I'm going to activate the Shire, tapping that to create a food plus an additional factor.
It's gotta stop.
No, it doesn't. Leave it alone.
Problem is, I only have so many answers, and you all have at least 2 targets.
I will pass. Untap.
Then I'll pass Chris's turn back to me.
I'll keep draw. Was it your ass?
No. What's happening?
I heard a noise and I thought you farted in your
No. That is the wooden bench. I can't recreate it, but I swear.
I was like, what did he feel?
Yeah.
You think you're hitting on him? Flirting with him?
Land for turn is forest. That forest we saw long before. So long ago.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Ladies and gentlemen of this supposed jury.
I am going to... I want to. Yes, I do. I'm going to tap that. Plus those.
Excuse me.
For Peregrine Took.
Yeah.
If one or more tokens would be created under my control, those tokens plus an additional food are created instead.
Here we go.
And I can sacrifice 3 foods to draw a card.
Gross.
Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Schnell's favorite card, Knight of the Sweet's Revenge.
There it is.
When Knight of the Sweet's Revenge enters the battlefield. I create a food token.
Another thopter and another food and 6 more artifacts. And...
Yeah. I'm going to get 1, 2 foods, and 1 thopter.
You brought her, you thopped her.
Thank you.
Thop.
Again, I did pull out one of these guys from the deck I bought for my deck. Stop making fun of me.
There. Foods I control, tap for green. I will tap one of those foods, and I will play Witch's Oven. I can tap it and sacrifice a creature to create a food token. If the sacrificed creature's toughness is 4 or greater, I create 2 food tokens instead. What do you have? No creatures?
Gaping.
I assume that
Nelson?
indicates going to combat.
Yes, I'm going to go to combat.
Thank you.
Nelson will attack you for 3. With that automaton and that 2/2 thopter.
Yep, I got nothing.
Sweet. Fucking got him. Eat my ass.
With pleasure.
Eat my ass, then I pass. Untap. Upkeep. Drawer. So I want to advance the board state.
I didn't mind playing a Blasphemous Act.
No, I'm gonna make another Icy Manolith, and then we will crack open the Sweet Tooth, Night of the Sweet's Revenge, and make a treasure token. Do all your responses.
Responses? Okay.
All right.
Got my foods.
Would you guys like one of these awful St. Patty's Day coins for treasure tokens?
Yes.
Are they chocolate?
Can I eat it?
I was gonna say, I thought
I'm not going to stop you. Here you go.
That's the quest.
with chocolate.
I'm not the FDA. They don't exist anymore.
4-leaf clover for good luck.
Unfortunately, that's all I've got. Go ahead, Nelson.
All right, untap, upkeep.
I forgot I brought those to give up to you
Draw
guys.
for turn.
You're very sweet.
I'm gonna play this Mountain as my land.
I 3D printed it. No, I didn't.
6 manners.
Why'd you 3D print a serial number on it?
Make it look authentic.
Oh, fair enough.
Authentic fake.
I'm gonna pay 1, and I'm gonna cast a Goblin Chirurgeon.
Uh-oh.
That will deal 1 damage to each opponent from Impact Tremors.
See, I wanted to crack open your impact tremors, and then Teach decided to play the 1 card that triggers me.
Why? Why from this side?
Then I will
Cancel.
pass the
All
turn
right.
to Chris.
1 to everyone.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, hopefully, the red-black player will also start dealing with some Rhodopusses.
These are all foods.
Those are all foods. But now they don't tap for mana, they're garbage.
If you can kill his Fool of a Took.
Don't kill Foolatook.
Fine, exile his Peregrine Took.
leave Peregrine alone. He hasn't hurt anybody.
Not yet.
He's not gonna. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
will.
He just like sandwiches.
I'll move to combat. Teach, I'll attack you for 3. 3 with menace.
3 with menace.
Yes.
But I can't block it. I mean,
Yeah,
I
you
could,
can.
but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'll take 3.
Okay. How many creatures do you have, Teach?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sure. Blasphemous Act.
There it is.
Oh, but my surgeon.
Why?
Because I only have a creature.
I have a response.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap my Witch's Oven, sacrifice a creature. I'm gonna get 2 foods and a thopter.
When I cast that, I get a pest. And you each take 2 from Fiery Inscription. Pest.
Is Oh wait.
I was gonna
I figured it
say
out.
there's a shortcut.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember how to do it, and I think I just remembered.
Oh, okay.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, you select the person.
That
Yeah.
person, and then
Interesting.
Then I will sacrifice 3 foods to draw a card.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Last bonus resolves, dealing 13 to everything.
And then I.
Cast trigger, you get a pest, so you
Yep.
lose that, yeah, too.
Yep.
So.
But I gained
Yeah.
gained a life
Okay.
from the pest dying. Healing.
Yeah, he was right. Uncalled for.
Everyone still has artifacts or enchantments left, and I only have artifact tokens.
Then I will pass the turn.
I only have artifact tokens, except that one artifact.
Yeah, I'm looking at your oven. Ladies.
it's a healthy oven.
Yeah. Damn, girl, what's that thing lined with?
Means
Yeah.
because it's got witches in it.
Land first a mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The snort
5,
sells,
6,
really
7.
sells it there.
I sacrifice shit. I've got nothing to do.
Cool.
I can't
Luis
even.
Guzman
The Shire.
in waiting. Ooh, it's all veiny. Pass turn.
Untap.
Got him with the Batwing. God, I love that movie.
I haven't seen Waiting in forever.
Recast Agatha.
I made my daughter watch it the week she got her first restaurant job.
Welcome to the biz, kid.
And Bloodforge Battle Axe. Go ahead, Nelson.
Alright, I will untap, upkeep, and draw for
Not a
turn.
land, not a land, not a land, not a land. It would give him 7.
Yeah, I need a land. I don't have it.
Because that thing's real hard to deal with.
I mean, not if you have a Blasphemous. Oh.
Man, if only Red could get
Plan.
spells out of the graveyard.
Fortunately, you can't.
I'm going to pay
Or
3
black.
for a Witty Roast Master, dealing 1 damage to each opponent. And then it also reads, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Witty Roast Master deals a damage to each opponent.
Whenever another creature?
Yeah.
Under your control.
Under my control.
Got it.
That's all I got for Chris.
Ew. I will. I gotta do this. I don't want to. I gotta.
Blasphemous Act 2. The final act.
Well, there's the black.
I'm going to cast Seize the Spoils. As an additional cost, I have to discard a card. I will discard Rakdos the Muscle. Cast
Rakdos
trigger.
with a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I know, that's so stupid.
He doesn't have a cowboy.
Magic is
Yeah, he
cool.
does. It's just a badass cowboy hat.
Okay. I trust you. You each lose 2 from Fire Inscription. And then I draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. Mother. Okay, pass turn.
Alright. Untap up your draw.
Alright.
Alright. And for turn will be this forest.
Nelson, you're real quiet over there. What's going on?
Reacher for turn.
Oh, just some thoughts that I remember. I can't talk anymore because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I say dumb shit.
You do, but that's
I
okay.
do.
That's what I show up for.
Play
To my
Rapacious Guest. 2/2 Halfling Citizen with Menace. Whenever one or more creatures I control deal combat damage to a player, I create a food token. Whenever I sacrifice a food, I put a +1/+1 counter on Rapacious Guest. And when Rapacious Guest leaves the battlefield, target opponent loses life equal to its power.
Yeah, bitch is eating all Bilbo's birthday food.
Fatty flyway. Then... I don't wanna.
Well, then don't. Or do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna overload Vandal Blast.
Hey, that hurts.
Yep.
That hurts real good.
Yep. Artifacts, artifacts, artifacts.
Oh, I thought it was enchantments. That's
Nope,
right. Thank you.
artifacts.
Okay.
That's why I kept saying artifacts.
Yeah. I was like, I don't have any artifacts. I thought he was like, you're forgetting the artifacts.
Oh, my treasure.
Yep.
I mean, all of my half my mana production is now gone.
I know.
It was the battle axe.
Really? You know I'm not swinging with it. I just need to get a power up so I can reduce activated costs.
It was the battle axe.
Okay.
Aster.
Untap, upkeep, draw a land, or I'm out. Oh, thank God, land for the turn. God damn it, Chewbacca. Fix the goddamn hyperdrive. Thundering Raiju. Haste, 3/3 spirit. When it attacks, which I'm going to go to combat and we'll be doing, put a counter, or +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then, Thundering Raiju deals X damage to each opponent where X is the number of modified creatures. It is going to swing at Chris for 3. I'm going to put a modified +1/+1 on Agatha, and you'll all take 1.
Okay. Seems good.
Everyone else is dealing damage to each opponent equally, so I should get on that train. Nelson, go.
Alright, untap. Upkeep and draw. Sometimes I giggle. Answer turn will be mine. Just end it. Scene. And scene.
Sometimes I giggle. Ladies.
I'm going to pay 7.
It's the title of his debut album.
And cast my commander. Assuming she resolves, everybody takes 1 damage.
I can't
What
do
do you think
anything
of
about it.
Master?
Yeah, I'm gonna allow that. I have the power to say no. So my life coach tells me.
You can keep it
Oh,
if you want a cool treasure token.
fair enough.
Oh, I'm going to move to combat. And I'm going to swing my Roastmaster at Chris for 3.
Okay.
Latiege is board state leader.
Disagree.
You have the most
Sorry,
non-land
pass turn. Go
permanents.
ahead, Chris.
Well, yes, but
Oh boy, if I get a
learned. It's a strong word.
That's why I used it. I'm a strong man.
treasure vault.
God, did I ever tell you about the time that I had a Sfella out and could pump out mana rocks each turn?
Yeah, and then you had a bunch of them, and then...
That was a good couple of turns ago. I miss it. Can we go back there?
Back to the before time.
To the before time.
Wish I could go back to college.
I will cast a Rampaging Frostodon.
There you
Players
go.
can't gain life.
Yes,
And-
3/3 menace. Players can't gain life, and whenever another creature enters the battlefield, Rampaging Frostodon deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. So now make all the tokens you want. Pester.
Wait a minute. That deals damage to me, huh?
Yes.
That hurts me. I have
So I don't know. I don't.
Oh, okay.
That shuts off the old token.
The old dude spigot, right?
I mean, yeah. Fucking got him.
We're not supposed to call it a dude spigot?
I've never fucking heard that term before, and now I love it.
I'm going to cast my commander. Korvold, Gleeful Glutton. 4/4, Flying Trample, Haste.
Just like that one.
When Korvold deals combat damage to a player, put X +1/+1 counters on Korvold and draw X cards, where X is the number of permanent types among cards in my graveyard. Which is a few. I will move to combat. Oh, wait. I played a creature. What happens?
You take a point.
You lose 1 point.
I lose 1 point. 1 point lost.
You take 1 less.
Chris, that upset me. Chanel?
What? I'm not. Barely. By 1.
Wouldn't you agree that this upset me? That
Yes.
Chris upset me?
Yeah.
Alright, Nelson, how do you feel about Chris upsetting me?
I agree.
Good.
Nelson,
Good.
I attack you for 12.
You're all cowards. All of you.
Yes.
I'm going to attack Schnell with Korvold.
Yeah. Can't block.
4 commander. Commander. 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 permanent types in my graveyard. So Korvold gets 4 counters. Uh-oh.
Oofta doofta. Oofta doo.
I draw 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. Second main land for turn will be...
Teach loves filling his graveyard.
Necroblossom
Chris
Snarl.
loves filling his pants.
I'll once again reveal a forest.
That's the same one we saw before.
You son of a
Is not
bitch.
is not the same.
How am I supposed to know?
Is different.
Is different.
Pass turn.
Okay. On tap.
Whenever one or more creatures I control do combat damage to a player, create a food. I have a food.
You have a missed trigger. That's what you have.
Nom nom nom.
Haunted Fengraph. Oh, it's 50-50 chance of getting the thing I want back if I activate that. So we won't yet. If I do this right, I can do everything I want and never have to be life leader again. Treasonous Ogre.
Uh-oh.
2/3 with Dethrone, and for every 3 life I pump into it, I get a red out of it.
Is that a foil one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
Oh,
list foil.
okay.
It's not. It's not a real card.
Wow.
It doesn't count. We're gonna. Oh, I take 1 from Chris's rampaging Ferocity Hall,
Yes.
and then I take 6 from my own doing, and I'm gonna wreck Sage Nelson's Impact Tremors
Okay.
Why are you tapping your dude?
because that's not how he works.
Okay.
The rest of us are bad at magic. He's feeling left out.
Yeah. I have never not tapped a creature to get mana out of it.
I was curious. I wasn't.
This is new for me.
I wasn't. Yeah, this is new for me.
Yeah.
This trigger.
Idiot. Tej, you've wronged me. You hit your
Haven't?
commander really hard. So I am going to send Thundering Raiju back at you. Attack trigger. I will put a +1/+1 counter on Thundering Raiju itself this time.
Thundering at you.
Yes. So you will take 4, assuming no blocks, no responses. And assuming no responses before no blocks, he will deal 2 damage to each opponent equally.
Okay. You're saying a lot of words there.
Okay, when he attacks,
Yes.
I put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control.
Yes.
So that is the attack trigger.
Yep.
Then he deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of modified creatures I control, which is currently 2.
So that's part of the
Oh,
attack.
I'm sorry,
trigger.
other than him. So everyone takes 1 as part of the attack trigger.
Okay.
So I'm going to move it over here. So everyone,
So now everyone takes 2.
It will be 2 there,
All right.
but it's 3 on the ground at you.
All right.
But 2 attack trigger. So I'm like, I know he can target himself, but he doesn't
We take 2.
benefit.
Now you have a 3 who's it's coming at me.
Yes.
I'll take 3.
No. Okay. I will pass to Nelson. Nelson, finish us off.
With pleasure.
Yes.
All right. I will untap.
And Chris, did I take my extra 1 from Rex, or because I did Treasonous Ogre and Rex Sage?
Oh, no, not from the
I
Rex
didn't
Age.
take the
Sorry.
Rex Sage. No.
I'll
Okay.
stay on top of it.
It is your effect. So.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What? Go away.
Go away, counting.
All right. I'm gonna pay 2 blue and 5, and I'm gonna cast Curse of the Swine. I'm gonna exile
I have
this.
a response to that.
Okay.
No, choose your
He
target.
still chooses
your
targets
targets.
before the response.
This, 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 and this.
Boo.
So that would net you 7 gobos.
That gives it will. It's a cast trigger.
Yeah.
So yes, I have 7 goblins coming my way.
All right.
Play a trick on him.
Get him. Trick him good.
I do that. Don't like any of that. If I can only make.
Well, he is taking 7.
Yeah, we all are.
Why are
It's
we all...
R7, comrade. Witty Roastmaster is still on the board.
Oh, that hurts you too?
No, I
No,
take 7
that's
from the
getting- that's
Ferocidons.
getting-
That hits all of
Well, I'm going to activate this,
Well, I'm
generate a
attempting.
black and a red.
it. Yeah.
I will bolt that with that trigger on the stack.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a black floating. I want to do... so you will each take 2 from the Fiery Inscription.
We built unfun decks
And then...
as a team.
I'm having fun.
I mean, my deck ain't doing shit. I've dealt myself more than you guys have.
Let the stats decide.
Nah, fair. Technically paying
You
life,
get
I'm not taking damage.
two green boars.
Yes. So it would just replace this with a boar.
Correct.
Yeah. But then he's not taking as much damage.
Yeah.
Well, these come in on the cast, so they enter, so I do take it
Yeah,
before
yeah,
it's gone.
I know, but I'm saying if he doesn't have something to stop
Oh,
or
I
protect,
see what you're saying.
he's playing black. He could have a if it
Sure.
leaves or comes back or something. Well, not if it gets exiled though. It would have to die.
Yeah.
Oh, he's tapped out anyway. Never mind.
I have a black floating.
Oh, okay.
I used the mountain to activate the shadow.
Gotcha.
But I don't think I can do... don't think this will work the way I want it to.
Okay. Something?
Well, this has been bolted in response to this. That has resolved thus far.
That's not gonna work either. Oh, fuck. I'm just gonna get exiled.
Okay.
Alright, I have a response. I'm going to sacrifice Korvold to the oven to get 2 foods.
Doesn't even get a boar.
He's stupid.
When Rapacious Guest leaves the battlefield, target opponent loses life equal to its power. Nelson,
Yep.
you lose 2.
Okay.
So I take 9. 2 from you, and then I take 7 to myself.
You take 7 to yourself?
These entered before that left. Because this is a cast trigger.
Yep.
I get the goblins on the
Okay.
cast. So he's still on the board before. So I take 7. So I guess it's 7 from Chris, not
Yep.
to my. Well, yeah, 7 from the thing.
This is a fun turn of events.
And we get 2 boars?
Yes. For each creature that was exiled, you get a 2/2 green boar.
I think there's a weird pink card in here. There is a weird pink card.
That's all I've got. So go ahead, Chris. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I forgot something. Sorry, I forgot. They do gain haste, so I can't go to combat.
Oh, they do they?
They do. Yeah, I'm not happy about that Roastmaster. I'm not gonna be around long.
Fuck it. Everyone's indecisive as shit this round.
I'm gonna send 6 of the goblins at Chris, dealing him 6 damage from Cavalcade.
Cavalcade triggers... What's that one?
Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less
Oh,
attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is
Got it.
attacking.
Good
So
roll.
Chris takes
So
6.
you're going to hit him for 6.
Yep, and he's got 6 1/1s coming at him.
I'll block one of them and take 5, I guess.
Isn't there one that does power 2 or less?
Yeah, is that Raid Bombardment?
That's,
I believe
that's what I'm thinking.
Because that's also in this deck.
Yeah, I would be upset if it wasn't.
Yeah, I believe it's Raid Bombardment.
Okay. Anything else, Nelson?
No, sorry, now I passed the turn for Chris.
Tamio and I want to say Kurosami, but that's not the name of that planeswalker.
Kaito?
Kaito.
Swamp.
Kaito Shizuki will be my boars.
This is fucking tight.
Yeah, we
It's
are
real tight right now.
all just aggressively.
Yeah, this might be the most aggressive game we've played in a while.
Yeah.
As far as beating everybody up pretty quick.
I only have one effect in my deck that does damage to everyone equally, and you guys all got rid of it immediately.
2 of the 3 I've played so far have been removed.
Do you blame me?
No, God, no, not at all. That absolutely should have been done.
Because I had Rex Sage and Crack Open, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm going to get that. And then Chris played Fire Inscription. I'm like, oh, I should get that. And then Teach played the fucking
This whole stupid
Sweet
deck
God
is based on trying to
damn
get 1/1s to do as
Yeah.
much damage as possible.
Cast my commander. Wauki.
Oops.
Is that younger?
Progressively more and more targets with fewer and fewer removal spells.
3/3 reach lifelink. If another source you control would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage +1 instead. And whenever I cast an instant or sorcery, it deals 2 damage to any target. Yeah, this sucks. Pass turn.
Yeah. Untap.
George Chappelle show skits where he plays
Oh
Little
my
John.
God,
It's
yeah,
so
I
funny
know,
when he's at the
just-
doctor.
Left Guard is Forest.
Yeah, just him breaking fucking character is so good.
I'm going to play, I assume, another card Schnellos.
I do love most Magic cards.
He's gonna Chaos Warp something.
Yeah.
Jahira, Friend of the Forest.
Oh, that's a great card.
Tokens I control, tap for green.
Ooh.
I need a copy of that. It's really good.
I also don't have one. I think I looked for that the other day for a random deck I was working on.
I bought 2 boxes of that stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That set was
6,
awesome.
7,
Yeah.
Both of them. I really liked both the D&D sets. They were excellent.
They were good Magic sets.
And they were actually like $100 a box. They were affordable good Magic sets.
you could buy a whole booster pack for a hay penny back in my day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will cast my commander again. Korvold, Gleeful Glutton. 4/4 flying, trample haste. I will move to combat. The update took away the commander damage thing on screen. What are you giggling about? Oh,
Something pooped
okay.
up in Chris's memories today.
To the editor.
I believe he meant popped up. Weird that he would default to pooped up.
I'm going to attack Nelson with Korvold. 4 flying.
You must have tricks.
I must have tricks?
He doesn't know you have a 6/6 flyer.
It's true, I don't.
Yeah, no, he hasn't been eyeing it up before he attacked me. So Korvold, you can put +1/+1 counters if he eats stuff, right?
After he hits you with
Okay.
combat damage.
Why does your dumb goblin fly?
Because it's not a goblin.
It doesn't goblin. This definitely goblins. It doesn't fly though, but it goblins hard. This flies.
I thought your guy was a goblin. And I didn't
It's a
anticipate
Phyrexian
him
nightmare,
flying.
goddammit. She just poops out goblins. I'm gonna make an attempt to block.
Well, notice, behold, the attacks haven't been declared yet.
As he says, I'm attacking now.
Yeah.
With Korvold.
I'm attacking him with this tapped creature. Everyone look somewhere else.
Ovika.
I hate me.
Judge. No, I'm kidding.
You mean board states?
Yeah, the big one flies.
And it has Ward 3 and also Pay 3
And
Life.
Pay 3 life, yeah.
But I don't have 3 extra. Fuck it.
Oh, he's flicking.
Before cats pounce, they flick their tails. Before Tej pounces, he flicks his cards.
What's that thing?
Horse.
Yeah,
It's a 2-4.
All right. Chris, it's
Did he forget your commander has reach?
I asked. Does
It does have reach.
God damn it!
You asked what this is! You asked about the green boar!
Creep thing.
You asked about the green boar!
Fuck it. Okay. Yes, it's more fair, I guess. It's coming in.
Just don't.
How many do-overs is Tej?
Just one. Just the one. And I took it. It's
except-
done now.
Now you're going to consign me to losing on Nelson's turn.
I'm not. You have things. Do
No,
something. You can take 4?
No, because that puts me in... Fuck.
If it makes you feel better, I can't. Oh.
Yeah, no.
I forgot about the attack.
Are you really...
Well, that's assuming all my. That's
What a
assuming my
dumb
creatures.
game.
Yeah, this is real dumb.
Yeah, take my clothes off.
Let's all get more comfy.
I'm getting the meat sweats. What is fatty flyaway?
What does that do? My fucking ass. Does that fly?
What is that green thing over there?
Goblins don't fly. Yeah, but the Phyrexian does. What?
Shut up.
The archer has reach.
Mom, come pick me up. Making any new friends tonight? Not really.
I guess I'm taking 4 commander damage.
Alright. I am going to take this opportunity to remind you that you talked a real big game about how you're my arch nemesis today.
I made a joke about it, I guess.
Nope, you said it, and every word is meaning.
Okay.
Every word is
Everyone-
meaning. Yeah, that's a real Tej phrase if I ever heard one. Every word is meaning.
Played a land. Okay, I'm good. Pass turn.
I don't know if you're good. I think you're done.
That's one of those eye of the beholder things.
Yeah. Okay, Path of Ancestry will be my land for the turn. Boo. Boo earns. 2 green, and then 3, and then 3 life. Is it different if I pay, or is it because I'm paying life, not taking damage?
No.
Okay.
That's one of the things that
They haven't
we
fixed
talked about.
yet. Thunderfoot Baloth. It is a 5/5 trampler. If I control my commander, it gets +2/+2, and other creatures I control get +2/+2 in trample. That is not the case, as everyone keeps killing Agatha. I will pass the turn.
That was not what I wanted you to do.
What?
Alright, I will untap.
You gave me 0 input. How was I supposed to know what you wanted me to do?
I'll keep and draw for turn.
Hi.
Yo.
Aggressively stares at my board.
I'm just looking around.
Yeah.
Just peeking. Just peeking.
Peeping them triggers.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So I'm going to tap 3 goblins, pay 7 mana, and I'm going to 7 mana, and I'm going to cast Explosive Singularity. As an additional cost of the spell, you may tap up to any number of untapped creatures you control. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature tapped this way. So 3 and 7 is 10. Explosive Singularity deals 10 damage to any target. I will do 10 damage to Tej.
That seems excessive. It also sounded like someone had a response to that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What's the whole... What, it just deals...
Deals
it's
10
just-
damage.
That's all it does.
That's all it does.
But he can... Whatever.
Well, I cast it, so it's gonna happen.
Read the whole thing.
No, it's just he can tap creatures.
Oh.
The big
Okay.
text
All
is
right.
you can tap creatures.
Yeah, you can use your creatures to pay for it.
That's what makes it so explosive
Yes.
and singular.
Yep.
10 damage to Tej.
10 damage to Teach.
And he gets 10 fresh
And I
hasty
get 10
goblins.
fresh hasty gobbles.
That each deal an extra point when they attack on their haste turns.
I do have a response to
Good.
it.
Thank you.
You just slide the goblin. He could, in theory.
I mean, I get those.
Yeah. He could
now.
stifle. He could stifle in black and red with 1 mana.
Well, it's a cast trigger, though.
You could stifle.
Stifle
It's a trigger. You can stifle triggers.
Oh, true. I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I get those though.
I'm going to... God, whatever, I'm dead anyway. I'm going to sacrifice Wauki to cast Flare of Duplication. Copy target instant sorcery spell. I may choose new targets for the copy. I will copy it. I will target you for 10. And when I cast the copy, I will deal 2 to each opponent.
So I take 12 from Chris.
Jesus.
Oh. I don't know.
Yes, you're right. It was damage to all opponents.
Hold on. I didn't see. No. Pass. No. What the
What do you-
fuck happened?
what do you-
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Okay. Chris
Yep.
did all opponents. 2 to all opponents.
I'm down
Yep.
to 15.
And then
10 to me.
10 to Nelson.
I tried to put him in reach of you maybe doing something tricksy and not having to take the 10. Well, with that spell on the stack.
I was trying to kill Teach, but now I just want to kill you.
I'm going to die anyway.
Killing Tej isn't going to accomplish anything except Tej dying.
You're going to
That's
have
not good for
14
anybody.
damage just to throw around from turning your goblin sideways.
But that damage has to go at who they're attacking.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not just throwing it around.
Oh, it was going to me.
No, it wasn't.
He doesn't understand the
It
concept.
could- it
7
could
can
now.
go at you, and then
No, I get it.
yeah. Well,
But-
8 at you would be the answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am going to take 10. Yes?
Yes.
Jesus fucking.
Alright. Okay, so all that happened.
Okay. So I have 10. I have 13 goblins right now. So I'm going to send...
You're gonna what?
He's going to
8.
combat.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're going to
I'm
combat?
combat.
Alright.
Chanel's just going to beat me on the crackback. But I'm going to send...
No, you're going to combat?
He's going to
Oh, sorry.
combat.
I'm
Alright.
moving to combat.
Thank you. I'm gonna play Zoyoa's Justice,
Nice.
targeting Korvold. I'm gonna shuffle it in my library, then discover 8. And hopefully I'm gonna discover an answer. So we'll go there. You gotta shuffle.
God damn. I don't know if I've seen that card before. What's that from?
Neon Dynasty.
How much of that stuff? Maybe I do have one. I just doesn't even look familiar.
It's because it's the ultimate... The actual set version is different. I think the picture might be smaller, but it might be the. I mean, it might be the same picture, but hold on, never mind. Don't
I know
listen.
what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Who said you could talk again?
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Alright, what am I discovering today? Clock of Omens. Fuck you. So I've got a clock. A Clock of Omens.
Does it chime for you? Yeah, so the regular art is slightly different.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Neither one of them is great.
No.
That does look a little more familiar.
Yeah,
And
I can't do anything.
It
All right.
is. It
Okay,
is.
so
at
you
most
have
a
2
30
creatures
cent
you can block
mythic.
with, right?
I have
The
2 creatures
and-
to block with.
Okay. So if I.
But don't your
swing-
things just do damage when they attack?
Yes.
He's trying to
But I'm trying to
divvy
see
it
if I
up.
can take
Got
you
it.
and Chris out.
Yeah.
Chris, I'd have to swing 8 at because he has 1 blocker. So I'd have to swing 8 at him. Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Because if he blocks 1,
Yeah, right. We do
he's
13.
taking
Yeah.
8, and then the
Yeah, and then 6.
yeah. But
So I'd have to swing at him with
7 with a block.
Well, it might be more because he bolted 1 thing already, but it's red. He could have direct damage.
He could have more bolts.
Tej, I would have to swing at you with. Let's see. I can't even do math.
So if you send the remaining 5 at
Yeah.
him, he takes 5.
Right.
Goes down to 4.
Right, and then he takes 3 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't take them both out.
You could swing at him with your commander as well and then take him out.
Right, but then I just die, which is fine.
No, it's not fine. Don't king make Schnell.
What about queen makering? I'll take the hit.
Let's think about who your archenemy
Hold on.
is.
So you have nothing. You have nothing that flies.
I shouldn't have reminded him his commander was a creature.
So that's,
You're right, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, but again, if I swing with it though, I don't. I mean, Schnell just kills me on the crackback.
Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
But I don't think I can live another turn anyway to try to generate more anythings. I think I have to. Okay, so I am going to swing at...
You have 13 goblins. You have 14 creatures total?
Yeah, you don't have to open yourself up to die.
You can just attack Schnell and take him out.
I could.
Just on attack.
I could.
No.
Yes, you can.
He has 13 goblins.
Yes,
That's only 13 points of damage.
yes. But they attack, and plus his commander attacks.
His commander's not a
Commander
creature
does not
that...
trigger Cavalcade of Calamity.
What?
One or
That's
less.
dumb. Why
Yeah.
not?
Because it's
Because
too
of
big.
that.
It's too big.
Oh.
It's
Well,
too big.
Even so, you're swinging in, and
You could
have
kill
more
me,
goblins.
and then they beat you.
Right, yeah, exactly. I know.
I'm not
There's just
going to
a
beat
good-
you.
There's just not a good way.
We just have to worry about Chris over here.
I have a tutu. Like, what the fuck do you want? I have a tutu. Like, what do you want from me?
Okay, all right.
I have a plan, but having to get rid of my...
So I'm going to swing...
Yeah, everybody's plans got pooped.
Everyone has
So
a plan
8.
until they get goblined in the face.
Till they get poop in the pants.
Okay, so I'm going to swing...
God, he's gonna do it.
Yep, it's happening. A decision has been made.
Yeah.
Nelson decided he wants to go home.
There's a happening.
I'm going to swing 8 goblins at... Yeah, I'm going to swing 8 at Chris, and then 5 and my commander at Tej.
Wow!
There's no good way out of this for me at 7 life. So
There
it's
is.
like, I'm
Leave
gonna...
the other two people in to help you take him out.
I am the greatest threat you've ever...
You take us out, he wins. You don't take him out, us out, he doesn't win. Alright. So attacks.
So on attack, 8
to
goblin,
Chris.
8 to Chris, and
5 to
5
me.
to you.
I'm dead. I didn't do nothing.
Are you blocking one or not?
Yes.
Okay, so then he takes,
so then he
another
takes
7.
another 7. I don't like the way you did this.
I didn't see another way out of it. Like,
Attack him! I gave you a way out of it.
yeah,
He
but
didn't
you were
like
gonna
the
beat me. I
way-
didn't like, yeah.
That he got eliminated.
Oh my god. And
You have 5
six,
goblins
six,
and a-
5 flying,
And a 6/6 flyer.
and a flyer.
You have a 2/2 boar.
A 2/2 boar with reach.
Reach, death touch can block any number of creatures.
I forgot he's playing that Nelson's Memorial over there.
No, no. I'm gonna block 2 of your goblins and
So 6 damage, or 6 commander and 3 regular.
Yep.
okay.
Okay. Nelson done?
I mean, yeah, I am.
They're 1/1s.
They're 1/1s.
Yeah.
So he took out one of them. I took out 2 of them.
Yeah, you blocked 2, and he blocked
Untap,
1.
upkeep, draw. I'm going to recast Agatha. Lieutenant ability triggers. As long as my commander is on the, as long as I control my commander, it gets and my other creatures get +2/+2. I will send them at Nelson.
And I can do nothing about that.
Correct.
So 4.
Yeah. So 4, 5, 9, 16, 20, 24.
Gross. Boom.
The Korvold Gleeful Glutton food deck continues to be more and more fun each time I play it. Even after these little updates that I made to try to give it a more engine that's fueled mostly on food, but by giving me additional resources in the form of more creatures. The automaton that I played out that would have gotten me a Thopter every time an artifact came. I had made an artifact token. Was a good thing. I had the Chatterfang the last time I ran this, which got me squirrels in addition to other tokens. Those squirrels all would have been useful for like feeding the witch's oven, sacrificing a creature. I was going to have a little engine going there before the Blasphemous Act where sacrifice a Thopter token to make a food, and the food is actually 2 foods plus another Thopter token. So just free Thopters to fool that, to feed that oven, generating eventually just more and more foods. Just effects like that. I think the creating more creature tokens to fuel food engines was a good direction to take this in, and it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I got a nice little engine going that I didn't really get to take advantage of, except that one time. Schnell is constantly afraid of Sweet Knight's Revenge. That and Chaos Warp, for whatever reason, are the 2 cards he looks out for.
So.
And I got another little lady out who also allowed my tokens to tap for green mana, which I also didn't get to take advantage of too often. But Korvold also hit the table a couple times. And Korvold, Gleeful Glutton, not as strong as Fakehurst King, but with the glut of fetch lands, the Font of Fertility, I think, is the only... No, I've got a couple of enchantments in there that I can sacrifice for effect, but getting an early game Font of Fertility and then getting another creature into the graveyard too, due to the Blasphemous Act, one of them being an artifact creature. That right there just allowed Korvold to hit the trigger 4 permanent types in my graveyard, draw 4 cards, get 4 counters. That's a real good exchange right there. So overall, again, I've been enjoying this deck the past couple of times I played it. I like the changes I've made to it, and I'm going to continue in this route when I'm looking at new cards and what could potentially go in Korvold, in addition to food things, but also things that give me replacement effects that give me additional tokens in addition to foods is a good route. We had Agatha of the Cauldron all along. I don't remember much about this deck. I think Schnell said he only played it once, and I don't remember it, but I do remember that Icy Giant who makes those artifact tokens. I think Schnell even had that was a deck one time.
Still is.
So that right there just maybe not for him, but for me it sparked joy. I like the Ice Shaper. I like that effect. I like the free mana rocks. But all around, the I don't think I've seen enough of the Agatha deck to have a solid opinion on it. But I'm sure it's fantastic because Schnell decks usually are. Moving over to Nelson's Goblin deck, not led by a Goblin, which is very confusing, and it really throws me off, and I don't think he's allowed to call it a Goblin deck. I don't think I did. That's a monster of a deck. I liked it. I like the bunch of cheap ways to get Goblin tokens, deal damage when they attack. Just inevitable right then and there. If we can't stop him, he's gonna run away with it very, very quickly. I thought it was a neat little deck. And Wauki, the deck Chris really loves. I don't know why I called him Chris, but there it is. I know he's put a lot of work into this deck, especially building around the Orbosh. What is it? Obosh as a companion. Companion is something that I would really like to do one day myself. I just don't have the guts to do it. But I know Chris really likes the Wauki deck, and he's always looking for new toys to put into it. And I enjoy seeing it every time it comes out. It's one of those decks that I always forget what's in it. So every time he plays it, I know I've seen it before, but it's a new experience for me. So hopefully next time he pulls it out, it works better for him. But I thought it was a good game, even though I wasn't happy with the way it ended. Anyway, we're still all friends here, right? Yeah.
For one of my favorite decks, I was pretty disappointed with how this Wauki deck ran tonight. With Obosh as companion, everything in the deck has to be an odd CMC. And to Teej's point, yes, I'm always on the lookout for upgrades and new toys for it. And it got a wide swath of updates. But when I change decks, I try to really keep it like 1-to-1, so I'm not changing like the overall effect of the deck. If it's like a damage doubler, like I'm switching it out for another damage doubler. If it's a creature, I try to, if possible, lower the mana value, versus going higher. I try to keep it consistent, so like I'm not like tweaking how the deck runs overly. That being said, it was just a really slow, disjointed start for the deck tonight. I was stuck on 4 lands for a while with a 5 CMC creature in my hand and 2 5 CMC creatures in the command zone. I did get a treasure with those 4 lands, but my treasure got Vandal Blasted away, and that pushed my commander back another 2 or 3 turns. Kind of a minor thing, but it was a bit of a setback. And then in addition to these high mana value creatures, my cards in hand were a lot of like sack effects, things like Burned Offering. You can sacrifice a creature to generate any number of black or red mana equal to the mana value of the creature you sacrificed. Or the Flare of Duplication has an alternate cost of sacrificing creature. I just did not see enough low CMC creatures to be able to utilize those effects. Cool cards in hand, but just no real synergy between the cool cards. This deck will be coming back pretty fast. I do love this deck, but that was a really poor showing. I did a couple things, but it was all reactionary, like knee-jerk things. Like just the deck did not run really well tonight. A deck that did, though, Schnell's deck, it didn't seem like it was a lot of like the activated abilities part that Agatha would typically be built around. He just generated a large enough trampling board that it did not matter. Just we beat the piss out of each other and got our life totals low enough that he could just sweep in with any kind of board and pull off the win after we whittled each other down. Nelson's Goblin tokens, they shouldn't be as scary as they are, but the support cards around it, like the Cavalcade and Impact Tremors, they turn hasty 1/1s into real problems that you have to deal with at instant speed, or you're just SOL. If you do not have the answer in hand, you're just getting walloped and you can't do much about it. And also, like Teach said about his Korvold deck, every time it comes out, he's kind of figuring out, okay, these cards work better than these cards, this is the line I want to take, and it's getting like closer and closer to functioning kind of on par with a lot of Teach's other decks. The problem with that is we're also learning which cards it kind of revolves around, and it's making it a little easier for us to be able to keep it in check. So there's some tension there. He's learning, we're learning. But I'm confident in his deck building. It'll get there, and it'll be a monster just like every other deck that guy builds.
So Ovika came back. This is one of my pet decks, I would say. It's I don't know. It's like an $80 deck list. It's super easy to put together. It's a bit of a glass cannon, which kind of seems to be what I build all the time. Where it's really hard in red and blue in a budget deck to be able to ramp as easily as you can in something like if you had green or something like that, right? I hit the Myriad Landscape and the Terramorphic Expanse early, which let me color fix and also accelerate my mana a bit. And then, there's more lands than I would put into a normal deck in this deck, just because it relies so much on getting the commander out. And you have to get it out as close to on curve, if not sooner, with something like a Myriad Landscape, if it can help you, in order to get her out. Because by the time you can cast it, if it's like turn 7, you're probably already pretty far behind. I got lucky. My opening hand was 2 mountains, an island, the Impact Tremors, the Cavalcade of Calamity, and like a counter spell, I think maybe. So I had a decent starting hand. I didn't know how quickly I was going to be able to get mana. My first draw was the Myriad Landscape. So again, I got into mana early, which let me get Ovika on board, and luckily nobody really had a way to interact with her. There's the Woody Roastmaster getting blown away. Definitely slowed me down, as did losing the Impact Tremors, both the right decisions, obviously. But like Chris was saying, the deck just wants to get her out and then cast just stupid big spells. And that's probably why the deck is so cheap, is because these spells are, the actual card itself is cheap to acquire if you don't have it. But it's just big, dumb, fucking warship, big boat magic. And we're just trying to cast the biggest spells we can as far as, mana cost is concerned, so that we can just dump out a bunch of hasty goblins. The fact that they have haste, if you have something like the Impact Tremors, the Woody Roastmaster on board, is great, because you can utilize, multiple effects, right? So they're taking the damage from them entering, then you can attack with them right away, and if you have the Cavalcade on top of that, so, you're getting X damage from the entering trigger or triggers, you get another X damage from attacking, and then if any of them get through, you got to deal with that too. So like Chris said, you're trying to deal with it on multiple fronts at instant speed, and it can be extremely difficult to deal with, just like Ovika can too. It's ward 3, pay 3 life. That's not that easy to always get around, which is why she costs 7 mana to play. So anyway, the deck was great. One of these times I would love to have like a Devilish Valet on board when I can have a big turn like that, because Devilish Valet, every time a creature enters, you double its power. So if you're dumping out, 10 to 20 goblins, that thing can get out of control, which would be a really fun way to pull out a win. So I didn't really know at the end of the game what the best thing to do was. I had the Explosive Singularity. I know that on paper, according to our stats, I am Chris's archenemy. And he was behind as far as like what was going on in the game. He was kind of behind what other people were doing, but I know what his deck can do, so I was trying to keep him in check a bit. We were all very close in life totals. Tej, I know that deck can win like in the blink of an eye, at the drop of a hat. I didn't think that at 7 life, after Chris was able to copy the Explosive Singularity and throw 10 damage back at me, that really changed. Originally, my plan was I'm going to take Tej out here, try to get a turn back, and then maybe I can take out Schnell and Chris simultaneously. I had some other big spells in my hand that I could cast for 7 mana, 10 mana, things like that, if I had drawn another land or two. To get up to 10. But anyway, I didn't know what to do. I don't know if I made the right decision or not, but it was like, well, I can take out 2 people here. Obviously, I know Schnell can kill me on the crackback, but I'm pretty sure that Chris could pull one, somehow in red or black to do something. I know he was short on mana, but I still felt anxious about it, and he did just throw 10 damage back in my face. And Tej with Korvold, and we've all seen what Tej decks can do, it just felt like, I'm going to die anyway. I'm just going to take these two guys out instead of just Tej. Now I'm going to take Chris with him, or attempt to. I guess I didn't know what he could do with the mana he had up. And that's kind of why I did what I did. So I knew I was in essence king making, but I didn't know what else to do because I figured if I don't do that, I'm going to die and not have an impact on the end of this game in any way, shape, or form. So maybe it was the wrong call. Maybe it was a bad call. I don't really know. It was kind of hard to figure out what the right decision was at that point in time. As alluded to, Wauki and Obosh, I love the way that deck is built. I love the deck restrictions that Obosh has, but I love kind of the buff that it can give too. And I think Wauki with that is just such a cool commander, and the things that Chris has built into that deck, the synergies that it has, and the things that it can do are really awesome. It's unfortunate that he was sitting so low and behind on mana that he couldn't start doing things. But I guess it was good for the three of us because, it let us do stuff in the game we may not have otherwise been able to do. Schnell losing Svella and then all of his artifacts really set him back. I think he had like 4 land on board at that point too, and then had to try to rebuild too. So oh my god, I can't even think of what the fuck it's called now. The overload spell that destroys all the artifacts.
Vandal Blast.
Thank you, Vandal Blast. That definitely helped because it hits artifacts and I was able to keep my enchantments. And God, it doesn't matter like what fucking Korvold deck Tej brings. Every time I see it, like it just my butthole tightens real tight, and everything I start to sweat. Everything I get real scared because it's another fucking Korvold deck, and it's just gonna run all over the table. So I thought it was a really evenly matched game as far as the decks that came, and what they can do. It was really interesting that in another relatively brief game for how long some of our games go, I would say on average probably to get another game in about an hour was crazy. But the way we were all just throwing damage around at each other was pretty awesome. It was cool to see, and it made for a tense and interesting ending. And like I said, maybe I didn't make the right decision. Maybe it wasn't the best play. Maybe I should have tried to live to see another turn, but with every creature other than my commander that I had only having 1 toughness, I was 1 pestilency type effect or something dealing X damage or whatever to all creatures, losing my board and then just dying that way. So I don't know, maybe it was a good call, maybe it wasn't, but that's the way it went tonight, and I can't wait to play that deck again because I fucking love it.
So despite everything, Agatha did technically accomplish the goal that I set out for it when I built the deck. Thunderfoot Baloth is in the deck as an alternate Craterhoof Behemoth effect because overall I just want to fill the board with small to medium things and then late game make them big and swing for the fences. In the meantime, I do have, as I pointed out to Chris in our chat, that I have the same bullshit little red enchantments that Nelson does, that every time little shit swings, enters, whatever, I can start pinging, throwing damage around. I didn't see any of that. I started out moderate speed and then was immediately hamstrung for a while, and I was scrounging for anything I could do to start building a board state. Losing Svella to the Blasphemous Act was terrible. Losing everything Svella gave me to the Vandal Blast was worse. So I feel like, yes, I was Kingmaker, but at the same time, my deck did function as desired for rounding out the game as I wanted it to go. So I'm going to not count the asterisks against myself in this, and because we've had Kingmaker games every once in a while and nobody else complains that, oh man, I just happened to win. So Nelson's deck is a ridiculous monster, and I one of the things that we have, I'm not going to say is an issue, is some of the guys in the pod here have decks that are becoming known quantities. So it's okay. Ovika, we know he's going to start just pumping out a shitload of goblin tokens and swinging and taking over. Wauki is going to do a lot of combat or non-combat damage and then double it or add to it or triple it. I don't know what other tricks he's got in there. And then Tej has a food machine, is a food machine deck, and I will smash that stupid enchantment every time he plays it. It is the one thing that even if I lose the game, even if every card in my deck gets destroyed, exiled, whatever, I don't care as long as I don't allow him to just pump out an absurd amount of extra food mana producers. Korvold is scary. Korvold is very scary. All of my opponents were scary. I'm glad I got the win. And I'm going to probably make 2 more rounds of tweaks in this deck. I swapped out 6 cards before we started just to make it a little bit more fine-tuned towards that end goal. Still didn't quite see it, but I did make the most intelligent mulligan prior to the start of this game that I've ever done, because normally if I have a red and a green and my commander costs that, I will keep the hand regardless of what else is in there. But I realized that everything else in my hand costs 4, 5, or 6, and I had no guaranteed plays other than Commander Go, and I mulliganed that away, and I got the Svella, and I got the land that I needed to do that as well. So I felt like I was in a much better position, and I might be a little bit more open to mulliganing when I don't have to, but when in fact I want to. So that might make me a better player. To find out, like and subscribe to keep track, and as always, you can check our link in the descriptions for everyone's deck lists to see what the hell else was in the deck or what we were trying to go for overall but did or did not. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.